If I wanted to learn about the forest, I think a great resource would be within your own family, especially like an elder in your family, your parents or grandparents, just because they have that experience also of asking questions and wondering and having just a sense of wonder about the forest. And growing up, they asked their elders. So it's a reciprocal kind of thing generationally where people share knowledge that way, where if it's an uncle or great uncle or grandfather, grandmother, great aunt, they all have valuable things to say about their own experience as far as learning about the forest, living in the forest, and interacting as a community and as people with the forest, as individuals. You're surrounded by teachers in the form of your own family, your own immediate family. The community at large, the Menominee community or the scientific community or even the internet are great resources for you to learn and have those questions either expanded on and you wonder more about something and that leads you to more, or your question gets answered and then you have that knowledge to pass also onto the future generation.
It was natural to be out there. You know, I wasn't behind a video game like a lot of people are nowadays. I kind of grew up out there, and the questions that I asked were, you know, they came from my heart. I wanted to know why this plant was good for you for this reason, and how did you prepare it, you know? And that's how I received the information, because I showed that initiative. Back when I was starting to learn the plants from my grandmother, there was a lot more elders that were knowledgeable. We need each family to contribute to a book like this. It's incomplete just from what I'm putting out. I learned from my grandmother, but I've learned some from other families the elders were around at that time, more traditional elders. I think it's very important to get all sides from different families, basically.
So a book may contain content from an elder who's long since passed away and, you know, may have never, you know, spoke but a handful of English words in their whole life. So I take that into account, and then I will also have to take into account an elder who's living today, you know, who was raised with the ways. I'll also have to take in there how they think. So you have to, you know, be mindful and just keep an open mind.
There's a lot of knowledge and wisdom that can be gained through personal interaction with family and elders and community members who are specialized in certain fields. And then there's personal research, where there's an internal vetting or an internalization where you have to take that information and you have to make sure that it's true for you.
Above all, you need to be respectful. So, you know, bring something tangible, maple syrup, some tobacco. You know, you're trading, you know, you leave it to the elder, and the elder in turn is gonna give you a little bit of what they know. So I feel that, you know, it's more than necessary.
An elder deserves a lot of respect. Being able to offer a gift is your way of showing that respect. Probably the most spiritual gift is tobacco, given for ceremonial purposes, is the best way. Or offering any little thing, like something you made, giving it to them, you know, kind of having an idea of who they are and what they like, and, you know, it's a sign of respect. It's a sign of giving and taking. Probably the best learning with an elder is when the elder learns from the children learn from the elder, multi-generational learning.
First off, you have to know what you want to ask. You have to have thought about it before, and that there has to be a true reason for you to need this information or to want to know. I mean, you have to be sincere in your request for information.
It doesn't have to be tobacco as a gift when you ask somebody, but it's one of the more common things that we use. And we used it back, to show a sign of peace. We would smoke together, and that's what we kind of used it for. Some of the others, we don't use it to smoke at all, they just hand it there and we'll use it to pray with. It's we're offering, the Great Spirit, a gift, whether it be tobacco, because it's from them, it's hers, and we're just giving it back as a gift, But it doesn't have to be tobacco. It could be a rock. It could be something that's special to you. It could be a medallion, something beaded. It could be anything, some food, some venison, some bear meat. It's a way of showing your appreciation, that you care for what they're doing. You're not just asking them to do something for nothing, but they will, an elder will, it doesn't, it's just a sign of appreciation. That's more, what it is.
The main thing for you to remember is that they want to share that information, and that they want you to want that information. But you need to be respectful, and you need to offer something to them. If it's something as small as some berries you picked, raking their yard. I know a lot of elders enjoy that. Or if you go over and shovel them out from the snow. Any little token of gratitude that you can give is greatly appreciated, and it'll help you to gather your thoughts and think about why you're doing this. Why, as you're gathering what you're going to bring to them, you're also gathering up your thoughts, and you're thinking about, you're focusing why you're asking that question.
Look at the knowledge that the natives have all across this continent. Thousands of years built up knowledge, and we're able to see things in a different light, and in other words, able to understand things easier.
We need to get our act together and start changing now before all our elders are gone. Because there's only a handful of them left with, such knowledge that the younger generation of today disregards, as they shouldn't. So we really need to get our act together, like the world needs to, with global warming and whatnot, before it's too late. Before we become one of the countless other tribes who have lost their culture and language.
In our past, as Menominee people, I often heard elders refer to people as books. Like, the whole community is a library, and every person is a book, and every book has something to teach you. So I think that that's a real respectful way of looking at your community, and giving every single person respect, because they all have something to teach you, and they all have something to give. It also helps to strengthen family bonds, and it helps to strengthen a young person's respect for elders. So having to go to talk to someone and visit with an elder and speak with them, that teaches you to listen. That's the most important thing. It's not just in our community. That's the most important thing when you're in the woods too, is to listen. Like, have all your senses about you. Watch, listen, smell, and make sure to take it all in. I think that that's the most important lesson that the youth can take from speaking to elders, is that they have something to say, but you have to pay attention.